Hello, everyone, and happy Financially Lit Tuesday! Back at it again every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., bringing you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. So for those of you tuned in, go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section so I know who's tuned in with me. And also be sure to head over to the Sipping Wealth YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any Financially Lit Tuesdays. One last thing, make sure you go ahead and hit the share button so that your friends and families could go ahead and tune in to the financial news and tips and all that good stuff. Because we know that we want to wealth up together, not alone. And we don't want to keep all this financial knowledge to ourselves, y'all. Hey, Veronica. Hey. Thank you for tuning in. So I have a special guest with me today. Woo, drum roll, I have the extraordinary Miss Gina Nesbit joining me on the importance of customer service to ensure business success. Hey, Gina. Hey. So Gina is a business and performance coach and a motivational and inspirational speaker. She's absolutely amazing. She's been in the industry for 18 years, coaching with professional experience. Spent years with Fortune 500 companies like Walt Disney, Citibank. Hey, T Porter. Hey, hello. Thank you for joining. Hello. She also encourages small business owners and not-for-profit organizations, community leaders, all that good stuff. So I definitely want to give a warm welcome and thank you for joining us, Gina. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
I'm excited to be here. I really am. So, yes, I'm ready to know things from you as well because I've heard you've done so much with this whole Lit Tuesday. So I heard a lot about it, and I've been tuning in, seeing some of your guests. So excited to do this Q&A with you. But I know you're trying to get to know me, but I can't wait to get to know you a little bit more as well.
Thank you, Gina. So if you could tell everybody a little more about yourself, some of your accomplishments, things like that, your experience. I know I gave a little bit, but if you could speak to some more of your accolades.
Okay, so I am Gina Nesbit. I do a lot similar to so many of the entrepreneurs that may be watching this. I am the manager for the Cats Downstairs, which is a well known band here in Jacksonville, Florida. I am also a motivational and inspirational speaker. I'm a mentor, voiceover artist. I just do so many different things. But my heart is all into business and performance coaching. I used to work for Walt Disney World for over 16 years and worked for Citibank for over 15 years, still dabbling with a lot of the Citibank needs. So I have a lot of things on my plate, but I love it. I also have a company called Premier Events and Services Unlimited, and we do a lot of unique events in the city that a lot of people may not be aware of just yet. But we will reveal ourselves soon. But there is one event happening now. It is an invite only. So we do those for those individuals that want something that is unique, something that is different. We cater to that type of elite audience.
All right, y'all. So you've won an exclusive, nice, awesome experience. Definitely tune in. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the importance of customer service to ensure business success. Because in business, you're customer focused, you're client focused. This is the most important part of your business, right? Making sure that you give that wow factor when it comes to your clients so that they keep coming back and they spread the news and give you referrals and all that good stuff. So let's drop some facts. So we often focus on like numbers and tax codes and compliance, on this channel. We're like, yeah, make sure you get the deadline. But this is still a huge component of business. So for some facts, I have 31% of companies see customer service as an expense rather than a growth opportunity. All right. 95% of consumers indicate customer service is important to their choice of brand and loyalty. Yeah, basically just about every customer, right? That is, it's very important. 13% of unsatisfied customers tell 15 or more people they're unhappy. Imagine those, those people that are unhappy with their service, and then they go out and spread the word. And now you're losing clients, or people are not coming to you because of that poor experience that they had with your business. 76 of percent of consumers say customer service is the true test of how much a company values them. Would you say that? Do you believe in that statistic, Gina?
I believe it, if not higher now, but I
Right,
definitely believe it, but I believe it's possibly a little higher now.
right. How do you feel like things have shifted over the years as far as like people focus versus maybe service focus?
I think during the pandemic, a lot of us have been so anxious to start businesses and not anxious enough to sustain the business. It is okay, let me hurry up and get my fictitious name, my LLC, my corp,
Right.
all of these things. But then once you get the business started and then it goes to, let me get the first client. Then after you get the first client, you're going to the next. So you're just constantly moving. And when you're moving, you're not really moving with purpose. In a
Wow.
sense, when you have your first client or when you have one client, you should be able to sell to them at least 3 to 4 times
Mhm.
minimum. But half the time we can only sell to them once because they at times are such in a rush to leave you because they're not happy with the service. Maybe you scheduled an appointment and didn't follow through with the appointment. Maybe you had a meeting and didn't follow up on the meeting. Or maybe you provided them a product and didn't take the time to give them a call back and say, hey, you purchased a dress from me. How did it fit? I'm so excited. I remember you were telling me it's for your husband's 40th birthday. Did he love it as much as you did? Tell me a little bit about it. So you give them a hint of the conversation maybe you had with them about the 40th birthday. This was the reason he or she purchased this outfit. Um, but
Right.
can you remember that reason 2 weeks later after they spent that 60 or $150 with you?
Mhm.
Small things like that will bring them back
Right.
because you remembered. You remembered them, not remember just the sale, but you remembered them as an individual. So, absolutely, absolutely. People are forgetting about the service and more focused on the business and
Yeah.
not understanding that the service is a part of the business.
Absolutely, absolutely. Definitely. You have a lot of, like pandemic born businesses, if I would say. And it's like, oh, I have the opportunity to build this business and earn income on my own. But hey, like people at the end of the day don't want to be treated like a number. Or, hey, I'm just here to grab this money from you and then, hey, off, off with you, and whatever the case may be. They want to be engaged with. T Porter
Mhm,
says she agree. Right. Yeah.
mhm.
Like Gina hit on some heavy, heavy um, gems there. Like it's definitely important to make sure that we're talking to the client, connecting with them on a more personal level, because then now not only keep them coming back, it'll make them refer you to other people. And
Absolutely.
like that is gold, because at the end of the day, when they refer you, how likely, you just think about yourself, how likely are you to actually go to a company that was referred to you versus you trying to research and find a
Mhm,
boutique. Oh no, I heard Gina told me about this company the other day. Like, I'm gonna check them
mhm,
out. Or that restaurant. She said it was delicious. The service was great. Da, 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 you know? So the probability of selling to an existing happy customer is up to 14 times higher than the probability of selling to a new customer. And it's expensive, y'all. All
mhm.
right. It's not only expensive to go out and acquire new clients, instead of then you actually pouring into the clients that you do have and making sure that they have an amazing experience with your company. You can save tons of money on one end, and also you have a better business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We forget that businesses need to be vetted. You need to trust them to spend with them. or
Right.
your chances are you're going to spend with them more when you do trust them. And so, yes, if I refer someone just as well as if you refer someone, I'm going to be more, inquired, more pushed, more anxious to get to know them or check them out versus me not knowing them at all. If I had a chance to choose three attorneys and you told me you dealt with Sam Smith and he was wonderful and he took care of you and his customer service was awesome and his team took care of you and your parents from start to finish, you know who I'm going to go to? I'm going to go to Sam
Right.
before I go to anybody else. I don't care if their prices are cheaper because you told me your experience. We forget to give experiences, and customer service is an experience. And we forget that.
Right. Yes, absolutely. If you want your business to thrive, you have to deliver an awesome experience, and you have to be the. I remember I went to a seminar, and the coach up there, he was like, "You're a CEO of your business, right? You're the chief experience. No, you're the chief experience officer. So you have to make
Mhm.
sure that they have the most awesome experience when it comes to that business. Like, it's not chief executive, it's chief, like,
Absolutely.
make sure that they have a wow experience when it comes to the business. So let
You
me
know,
go ahead. Oh, go
it's
ahead.
really crazy because when you said that, that really sparked something in me. I'm so sorry. I get so
Oh, go
excited
ahead.
about customer service. And when even vendors right now, they're so anxious to sell. And I
Mhm.
tell them, I have a vending experience class that I do with small business owners. And I tell them, even as a vendor, you should always bring other qualified help with you, assistance with you, because you need to capture everyone into an experience. But if you're so busy trying to, okay, let me answer that question, let me answer that question, well, let me answer that question because everyone is bombarding you and it's only one or two of you, you're not leaving room for an experience. You're not leaving room to connect. And
Right.
therefore, you're not leaving room to financially gain. So, in
Wow.
every single thing, you need to create an experience. Everything.
Yes, absolutely. It's good stuff. Let me pick your brain a little more. Do you see a lack of importance when it comes to customer service in businesses? I know
Oh,
you kind of touched on
absolutely.
it a little bit, but yeah.
Absolutely. Again, it's almost as a lot of people have started businesses, and you
Mhm.
know how it's not important to them to continuously get educated. So,
Mhm.
hey, I know what I'm doing. Let me just keep it up. If I'm a hairstylist, so at some point in time, you need to go and continue your education.
Yes.
If I'm a business coach, I'm going to have a coach. I'm going to have a mentor. You know, Oprah has a coach. Obama had a coach. Tyler
Mhm.
Perry has a coach. Why are we different? Why do we feel we know it all? We
Absolutely.
take one class and we think, oh, I'm good. Unless classes or sessions are free, we don't want them. We
Mhm.
can't invest in ourselves. Like even your session every Tuesday, if you were to add a dollar amount to it, you may have less watchers because they're not investing in themselves. So,
Right.
customer service is part of that whole package. You have to continue customer service. What you did, think about your relationship. Think about your relationship when it comes to a significant other. They
Mhm.
did something to get you. So,
Mhm.
don't you think they have to do something to keep you? So it's the same thing when it comes down to a business. If you did something to get them in the store, to get them in your brick and mortar, to get them to your vending table, to call your phone number and say, hey, I need a coach. And I heard about you. Something they heard, something they slightly seen brought them in. Now it's your job to keep them. And
Yeah.
what easy thing to do is impede customer service within your business, within the experience that they have with you. Customer service, keep it on point. It is literally your foundation.
Absolutely.
Along with the LLC, along with getting, your docs in a row, along with your taxes, it's along with all of those things. It's important. When you stop
Yes.
customer service, that's when your business start deteriorating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keisha said, I learned a new terminology today. CEO, Chief Experience Officer, provide A wow experience. Yes, exactly. Like, and she's so right. Like, it's your foundation of your business as far as like making sure you do that. Because once you lose a grip of that, maybe you started earning a lot of money and then you started switching the way you connect with your customers. Or you're like, oh my gosh, I can no longer do those thank you notes. Find a different way of connecting. Like as much as you strategize on how to maybe change your product or change the formula, whatever the case may be, maybe a marketing strategy, you should also be strategizing on, hey, how can I build a better connection with the people that already does business with me? Um,
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely.
Leo says business etiquette is so important. Yes, exactly. Huge. All
You
right, so
know,
what kind of, oh,
it
go
is
ahead.
so crazy. We think about it. If this is not important to Fortune 500 companies, then okay, then maybe it shouldn't be important to us. But you have Walt Disney World that's been in existence since
Mhm.
forever. Let's just say that forever. And
Okay.
one of the key pieces that I had a part of my training, and every 6 months it was mandatory as an employee in
Excellent.
the areas that I was in. And I was one of the trainers. Instead of being a ticket taker, they invested billions of dollars to change them to vacation planners. Understand what vacation planners are. They are experience creators,
Right.
period. They're
Mhm.
experience creators. So they realize if a Fortune 500 company realize, oh my gosh, I need to create an experience. We need to be able to bring in more people. We need to be able to sustain the people.
Mhm.
Let's create vacation planners and totally remove ticket takers. Same
Mhm.
position, but
Wow.
now they had to be a part of an experience for those individuals walking in.
Yes. Absolutely. At the end of the day, because then you're like, man, I had such a great experience. You're not thinking no longer, oh my gosh, how much it costs to go to Walt Disney. You want to go to Walt Disney because you had a great time. So that is gonna fit in your budget. Like at the
And
end of
you,
the day.
the crazy thing is, we may all complain about the price at some point in time. I can't believe
Mhm.
they raising their prices. I can't believe. But one thing about it, we all gonna go at some point in time.
Right?
We're
Yeah.
gonna take the grandkids. We're gonna take the significant other. We're gonna take the girlfriend. We're gonna take the kids because if you drop a hot dog, they're gonna replace it. You drop your popcorn, they're gonna replace it. You drop your drink, they're gonna replace it. But let it be our business.
Mhm.
Man, you drop it, they may help you get it up. Are
Mhm.
you okay? That may be the extent of it. Or we're saying to ourselves, we hope they drop that outside the door, not inside the door. You know, it's like you've already received the money, you're almost done with them.
Mhm.
And that's what we do on a daily. Even my son, it is crazy. Even my son with school, his teachers, I
Mhm.
create an experience for them. I stand out from the other parents because I want to be remembered. And that's the key word. You want to be remembered. How
Yeah.
do you be remembered? Because you never know when you may need them.
Right.
When I'm a business coach, I may not be out of 20 in the city. I may not be the best. It is some great ones in the city.
Right.
But one thing I will say is Gina Nesbit will be remembered.
I know
She
that's
will be
right.
remembered. And
Yes.
and that's where it starts. How do you ensure you're remembered?
Right.
How do you ensure that?
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I definitely hear that. And one of the things that I do, I'm like, okay, no matter how busy I am, things like that, I set some time so that I can go and support my different clients or different business owners in the cities, their events, different things like that, and connect with people. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I could only yes, I'm an accountant. Most of my work is moving numbers around and on a computer. But at the end of the day, people also want to have that connection with me as well. So they want to know their money person. They want to know that they can trust me and that they can actually have a connection with me as well. So making sure that, hey, I'm actually going out engaging with them and things like that is important to them because they're like, oh shoot, hey, and they're like, oh, I gotta come see you, and it's that connection that goes, oh yeah, let me make sure I actually make that appointment, or I've been neglecting that point, that side of me, or
Mm.
I've been neglecting my finances, and Wileen just seeing her reminded me, or whatever the case may be. So
It's
Absolutely.
really crazy because I have clients that are realtors, that are tax preparers, that are, all across the line. And that was one of the questions that I constantly get. How do I add customer service into this, in their eyes, this rigid type of business? And the crazy thing is you can add it into any service you provide, any business, any category. Just as you being a tax preparer, an intake form, tweaking an intake form of saying, I would like to know a little bit about you personally. When is your birthday? What is some of the favorite places you like to eat? It's important for me to get to know my clients within the intake form. Just to
Right.
adding 2 or 3 questions. Are you a resident of Jacksonville? Were you born and raised in Jacksonville? Are you, is this your birthplace? Things like that. So then when their birthdays come up and you send them a little text or you send them a little email and say, I didn't want this month to pass by without sending you a very special happy birthday. I hope it was everything you wanted and so much more. And to ensure that, check your mail because I sent you a little Amazon gift card. Please purchase something on me because I found out that maybe this person enjoys shopping at Amazon. They
Right.
enjoy going to Chick-fil-A and Chili's and those are some of the things. 90% of my clients are from referrals, not from advertisements,
Right.
from referrals
Hmm.
because I believe in customer service can be thrown in anywhere. You
Yeah.
find out when they come to your office that they have a child, and women love talking about their children. Oh, yes, he goes to Paxson. Oh, he plays in robotics. Oh, he's a football player. And oh, my goodness, this is so expensive with this saxophone. So when it comes time that you want to have a recognition day for your employees, how do
Hmm.
you recognize them? How do you make it special, almost like unique for them
Hmm.
because of what you heard and what you remembered? There's so many ways we can create customer service experiences.
Right. Absolutely. Oh yeah, y'all listen to this. Good stuff here. Awesome. Thank you, Gina. So what are some problems that you see that business owners have with, if you could like pinpoint maybe the top three?
Mhm. Of customer service or
Yeah,
just
when it comes to
business
customer
owners.
service. Yes.
Um, as we stated, too quick to get a dollar and not quick to build a relationship. Um, the other problem is not constantly doing surveys on themselves. What am I missing? Because
Right.
we're always missing something.
Yes.
Um, the other piece is we are too busy building the house and not securing the foundation, and that's across the board. That's
Wow.
whether you don't have a tax person. That's when you don't have a coach or a mentor. Forget it, don't even have to be a coach, but a mentor, somebody that knows a little bit more than what you do,
Yeah.
somebody that has been in it a little bit more than you. And when I say, not doing surveys enough, the customers know what they want.
Right.
Even if they don't think they know what they want, you get them to talk. If you can take notes, if you only get them to talk, and if you only be willing to listen.
Yes.
So I would say those would be the top 3 things, which is, you know, rushing to get a dollar and not even trying to get to know your customer, your client. The other piece is, like I said, not really caring for the foundation and think a house is going to stand. And what's going to happen is you build a house on sinking sand. What's going to happen is going to fall. So
Yeah.
those are some of the key pieces, and continue your education. Like you don't know it all, you can always add to you. If COVID didn't teach us anything, we have to be flexible, we have to be adaptable, and we literally have to be creative. Like you
Yes.
can't do the same thing you did 10 years ago and think you're going to get the same. No, you will get the same result, but you're never going to get anything different.
Yes. Also, so we have some solopreneurs out there, right? So what are some things that they can do, maybe because they're on their own, that they can do to help improve the client relationship?
Um, Again, as I stated, intake form. And a lot of what I'm giving is really basic, and you think it's basic, and you don't think it's going to change the needle from you making 1,000 to 5,000 a month or
Right.
a week. But it does. Disney does small things and it generates the big dollar. So those sole proprietors out there, move the needle by just doing small things. Literally look at yourself. Take a moment and look at yourself and say, what's not working?
Mhm.
And look, review those surveys. Even put it, we're so busy going on Facebook, Instagram, and putting surveys out there. Put a survey out there.
Yeah.
But I would say be careful what you ask for because you just may get it. So they will tell you, yes, we do want mailing lists. Yes, we do want text updates. Yes, we do want monthly specials. Yes, we do want recognition months out of the year. Yes, we do want these things. Whatever they say, listen,
All right.
listen. They say success leave clues, but we go and just totally try to reinvent the wheel. If one of the things, look at some of the things Disney does, look at some of the things City does. Disney, they make a point to send their employees out, the executives out to other organizations and normally other Fortune 500 companies to see what they're doing well.
Mhm.
And they look at it and they come back and they have conversations. What was great and what needs to be tweaked. And we discuss those things. And
Mhm.
the things that were great is what we implement, but we may add some extra on top of it. So one of the things that Facebook was doing, they recognized their employees. So that's success. It's recognizing their employees. When is the last time we've recognized our employees as or our customers as entrepreneurs, as business owners? When
Right.
have you said, instead of an annual Christmas party, why don't you do an annual recognition day? Bring them in, give them free services, free food, free whatever. And then also tell them about some new products coming up. It can be a 2 for 1. But
Mhm.
we don't do those things. It costs too much, but it costs more when you don't implement things at times.
Yeah.
So those are some of my tips.
Absolutely. So for our last question, is customer service an art or a science? Is it our mindset or a blueprint to succeed? How do we go about that?
Man, customer service needs to be a mindset. it,
Right.
it's a must have.
Right.
I just had a session. It was called Millionaire Mindset. And we've all heard this. But
Mhm.
we need to remember we do have to unlearn to learn. That's important.
Right.
Customer service should be a blueprint of your business, should be
Mhm.
the foundation of your business. It's a foundation of who I am, who Gina Nesbit is.
Right.
Before it can go to my business, it has to come to me. I have to realize I have to be walking and talking within customer service each and every day from my phone calls. Do I sometimes forget things? Absolutely. So
Right.
part of customer service is, as an example, owning owning it when you do something wrong. I'm so apologize. I missed our meeting. I know you said 2:30 and it's about 2:40. Are you still available? And really rectify that situation. So customer service should be a blueprint, should be a foundation, and should be literally your core each and every day.
Wow. Thank you, Gina. Is there what is one thing that you would leave everybody off on? Like if they could have a one takeaway.
The one takeaway would be it belongs to us,
Hmm.
but you have to know it first. You have to be so hungry for your business to succeed that when you are hungry, you will literally change your mindset. You would change your steps. You would change how you move. You would change the people that hang around you, that you deal with, that you talk to, that you make time for, places you go, things you are involved in. You have to be hungry enough to say, it starts today. Let me change the way I walk. So ultimately, my walk will stay different.
Wow. Wow. She dropped the mic on that one. That was great. That was great. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate that. Stay hungry, y'all. At the end of the day, you got in business for a reason. And you gotta, like Gina said, be hungry enough to make sure that it succeed and do these things so that it is a success. Thank you, Gina. So how can people get in touch with you? How can they connect with you, get into your coaching, all that good stuff?
You can reach me. You can text 863-242-5757. Again, that is 863-242-5757. I am Gina Nesbit, and any business, whether you've been in business for 3 years, 2 years, 10 years, trust me, if you no longer have passion around your business, nobody else will. So if you want to gain that passion back, if you want to get up excited to see what God has for you, to see what the universe has for you, then you need to contact me. Life is so short. I am 48 years old. And trust me, I do not have time to donate my time to anyone if that's not what they want. So you got to directly want it for yourself. Your
Right.
why has to be big enough directly for you.
Yes. Thank you, Gina. And thank you, everyone that joined us today. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. for episodes of Financially Lit Tuesday, where I bring you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. And again, be sure to contact Gina Nesbit at this number on the screen. Well, the other one, 863-242-5757, y'all. And thank you again for joining us for Financially Lit Tuesday. Thank you, Gina.